Don Wiswall from Massachusetts. Don came to me and he wanted to wholesale some houses. Problem is, he lived in a small town and he had no previous wholesaling or investing experience, and he just wanted to make money at lightning speed. So wholesaling was right up his alley. But he had some challenges. Don couldn't generate any leads. In fact, he knew nothing about lead generation, and he had a very small marketing budget. So what was the solution? The fast track profit system. You see, I taught Don one of my 14 magnetic marketing techniques to find a seller. Okay, and I'm going to share something with you right now. And you got to keep this a closely guarded secret. I have not shown this to the public in any other presentation or training ever before. This is the stuff I keep closely guarded because this is stuff you can't find anywhere else. Now, when I show you this, you're going to know without a shadow of a doubt that I do things differently. Okay, so don't go out and brag to your friends about my post-it note explosion technique. Just take the information I'm about to train you with and go out there and apply it in your market and get the same results that me and my students have been getting for years now. Okay, so this is how it works. I showed Don where to pull a list, okay? Pulling data is really important, and there's a lot of bad places that you can get worthless data and waste a lot of time and money. But this place is called listability.com. And what I taught Don to do is go to listability.com and pull a list of owner-occupants that have high amounts of equity in his local market. So the list criteria is this. When you get to listability.com, just put in this criteria and pull this list. It's really cheap. Property type is going to be single-family residence. Put in a purchase date between, at some point in the past, it could be 1935, 1925, depending on the ages of houses in your market. In my market, it's 1975 to 2004. That's the date range I want to pull. I don't want houses that have been recently purchased. I want them to be a little older, so I picked 2004. But you pick a date range to where the houses would potentially have a lot of equity because they've been owned for a long time. Choose address, 3 lines, and choose the zip codes that you want to target. And I would also pick a price range between what I would consider war zone all the way up to middle class. And in my market, war zone is I'm scared to death to get out of the car at night by myself, all the way up to middle class, which is pretty much the medium home values of my target area. So in Arizona, it would be like maybe up to $150,000, $160,000. Once you pull this list data, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to this website. Now, this is a top secret website, so don't share this stuff. It's called batchgeo.com. And for free, you're going to be able to take the list data that you just pulled, okay? You're going to pull this list data and you're going to drag and drop it right onto this home page. And when you do, something amazing is going to happen. And technology can be your best friend if you know how to use it. It's basically going to map out for free all of those free and clear houses or houses with high amounts of equity that owners still live in. Now, for the first time in your business, you're going to be able to stand over top of hardcore data and see exactly in your market where the free and clear homes are, where the houses with a lot of equity are. What would you be able to do with this data? Okay, when I first stumbled upon this technique, this thing blew my doors off. I couldn't believe how much more effective my marketing was going to be now that I could stand over top of a map and see exactly where my targets were. And you know what? Don went out there. He found exactly the hot spots in his market of exactly where to market. And he hired somebody on Craigslist to go out there and put these fancy post-it notes that I showed him how to order for very, very, very cheap. And he put out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these all across his target area. And he was blanketing neighborhoods with tons of free and clear properties. He was able to zero in like a fighter jet and put his target right in focus. And you know what? His phones blew up. His calls came in so much that he could barely handle the inbound calls. And this thing absolutely crushed for him. And you know what? He was extremely, extremely happy to see the results. And he sent me in this testimonial, says, so first off, I think I'm in love with your fast track profit system. I feel like I found that missing piece. And because of your system, I'm the go-to cash home buyer in my market. I can't thank you enough. That's Don Wiswall from Greenfield, Mass. And you know what? He's not alone.